This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The great Larry Little, ready to go. How you feeling, my
Good
man?
afternoon, Bo. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. You feeling good?
Yeah, for an old man my age, I'm okay.
Bring it a little closer so folks can hear you.
I'm okay.
Okay. All right, good. How you feeling about the Finns? Because I'm trying to walk people off the ledge. Just get healthy, and they'll get back on track. That's it.
I think they're going to end up being a pretty good football team because, getting Tua back now is really going to help. I still think the defense need to show up some things also, but they've had injuries there also. And but I think now, starting this weekend, they're going to show what kind of team they are.
I agree. The quarterback changes everything. And, I've been a guy from the get-go.
Mhm.
So I've had to fight all these idiots that he's too short and he doesn't have an arm and he's lazy, doesn't work hard enough, which is like dumbest things that I've heard in the world about this kid. And he's the opposite of all of that. He's a warrior. He works hard. He's tough as nails. Yeah, he's had some bad luck. You know what? All this concussion stuff that's gone on, here's what I said. He blew out his first ankle at 3.89 seconds. His second ankle at 4.55 seconds. His hip at 5 seconds. Thursday night against the Bengals, it was at the 5-second mark. The young man's got to learn to throw the ball away.
He's got to get it out of his hand for sure.
That's the only thing that's wrong with him. There's nothing else wrong with him. He's got to stop that warrior stuff. He's got to learn to live for the next play. Please.
Oh, but the offensive line still needs to do a better job too, though.
Yes.
Right now, they have not been very good.
But you'll get Armstead back now. You'll be much better there in that area.
But how long do you think he'll be back, though?
Yeah, I know.
Because he's always had injuries.
I know. He practiced today.
He did?
So not only is he coming back, he hadn't practiced in a month.
True, right.
So that's progress in itself. And if you can get Austin Jackson back, then because he's better than what you've had there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're saying my namesake?
Yeah. So, I mean, Austin has, I think Austin is now, I think there's a little bit more appreciation because he was coming around in training camp in the preseason. He was looking good.
Correct.
Because listen, Larry, I killed the staff last year. I thought that was the worst offensive staff I've ever seen. I've been covering the team for 32 years and watching it since I was a child. I've never seen a worse offensive staff. That's one of the things I love about what Mike McDaniel did. He built a hell of an offensive staff that is helping their linemen, helping their quarterback, helping that offense. Last week, they weren't that good, and Teddy still threw for 300 yards.
True.
I mean, crazy.
When you have a receiver like what he has now too, and
you played like a dog. You played with a dog like that. His name was Paul Warfield.
Oh yeah, but we didn't throw the ball like they throw it today.
No. Well, you didn't have to.
No, we didn't. But he is some kind of football player.
Ooh.
And you have Waddle too, although he had a couple of bonus last week, but he's a great receiver.
Yeah.
Right. So they're going to be okay. And now to show up the running game a little more, they need to do that.
Yes.
To show up the running game a little bit more. And the other week, Mostard had a good game. He gained over 100 yards. And then I don't understand what they're doing with the running backs. One week the guy not dressed, the next week he is. Another guy's not dressed.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
The game has changed where we don't really rely on the bell cow anymore. We don't really do, and he's very game plan specific. So he feels one running back's better than the other running back for this game or that game. So it's a completely different style, Larry, than what you were so used to back in the day, and I was so used to in growing up.
We interchange a lot too with Mercury and Kick.
But it was the same guys that were using constantly.
Same too, yeah. Every now and then they might have thrown Hubert Gant in there for a play or two, but other than that, it was just Jim and Mercury.
It's just weird when you're just featuring one guy the entire week, and then the next week you're featuring another guy, the entire week. It's just kind of odd. And Mostert really has been their most consistent guy right now. But you've got to be careful with him because he's coming back from a knee injury.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like one of the guys was telling me, we should give him more carries. I'm like, no, dude, 18 carries for a guy coming off a knee injury. he's fine.
That's true.
He's fine.
Very, very true.
And plus, Mostert is not a power back. You really should not be giving him the ball 20-something times to run the ball.
Now, Edmund was supposed to be the power back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he would be more of the power back, and that has not worked out, so far. Let me ask you something, because one of the things that I see is Eichenberg. He's the one guy that is kind of it's kind of a sore spot for me right now, and I'd love to see Robert Jones get a shot, because I think Robert will be the next guy in line for him.
Well, I really believe Eichenberg is playing out of position.
I agree. A lot of scouts tell me he's a tackle.
Yeah, he's a tackle and not a guard.
And a right tackle, they tell me, not even a left tackle.
True. So, I think he's really out of position. I would like to see a little more, too, out of Hunt. He's inconsistent to me. Good plays, bad plays every now and then. And the center, I don't know. He was supposed to be a bell cow when he came in here, but I haven't seen it so far. In fact, the sack against Tua, the guy beat him against Simpson to beat him on that play.
Yeah.
So, but they've all got to improve to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Up front,
There's no doubt the line still is not. I mean, the line's been a mess for years and years and years and years. I mean, we haven't had a line that at least can settle down since Webb and Sims with Ruddy. That's been the most consistent line they've had in the last 25 years.
Now, who was on that
30
line?
years.
Who was on that line? Ruddy was the center. What about with Dwight?
Well, now you're. But what I'm saying is,
Since Ruddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like the last group.
Right.
After
Dwight. Yeah.
Yeah.
After Dwight. True.
Well, obviously with Dwight they were monsters, but that's a freak of all freaks right there.
I'm not talking about Dwight himself. I'm talking about the line around him.
Yeah. Those guys were better, but like the last best line might have been those guys.
I forgot who was on that line.
Yeah. Trying to remember who was on the right side after Ruddy, Sims, and Webb. I think they kind of interchanged guys on that side a couple of times. But that's the most consistency. A couple of years back, when Brandon Albert, Pouncey, and James would
they were pretty
healthy,
good.
They were pretty good.
They were pretty good, yeah.
They were pretty good, you know what I mean? But it's been, God, Larry, it is so
But I wasn't
hard.
impressed with James.
No.
He seemed to me like he was a weak.
Yes.
Pretty weak to me. He wasn't strong.
Right.
And he's still in the league, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still getting injured in the league, yes.
Okay.
He's out with another injury for the year already.
Okay.
But he's cashing in, baby.
What was he with Denver?
Yeah, he was with Denver.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And he's still with Denver. He's injured.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it was an Achilles or something. Poor guy suffered, and so he's definitely out for the year. But so were you a Tua guy from the get-go?
I liked him in college.
Okay.
And
the injury got you worried?
Well, he's so small. I didn't know how many hits he could take in the NFL. And it's showing right now because he was hurt his first 2 years with us here in Miami.
Sure.
But it wasn't nothing serious like a head injury. But he had his neck and head and every place else on his body. And he's not a big guy. I've never seen him in person yet, but I'll probably see him this weekend. But he's not watching him on TV. He's not a big guy.
I just think he has to be smart with the ball.
He does.
Listen, Tarkenton wasn't big. Greasy wasn't big.
True.
Drew Brees wasn't big. And Joe Montana wasn't big.
True.
But they were all smart. And Tua is super smart also. He's just got Marino was one of the greatest. When the play was dead, that ball ended up in the 10th row. You knew it. Because he wasn't going to stand around and just take a hit for no reason. And that's the last thing that Tua's got to add to his game. Because I think in those first 3 weeks, you saw that he's a pretty special passer.
Oh, yes. And could throw the deep ball.
Right. Well, yeah.
That was one of the knocks on him.
I wasn't worried about that. I wasn't worried about it. My thing was I saw him play in college. I saw him play at a high level. You don't come off the bench in Alabama and just win a national title if you don't have something with you.
That's true.
There's something about that kid. And so to me, once he injured that hip, I figured not until year 2 will that core be healthy. That first year, there was no way he was going to get his hip rehabbed and his core.
Right.
And for a quarterback, that's where it all comes from, your hips and your core. That's where you're going to get all your power from. So it was, and then I thought he needed coaching because I didn't think he had a real coach offensively that could bring it out of him. Now he does with McDaniel. So now he's healthy. Now he has coaching. Now he's got to fix the offensive line.
And he's happy.
Yeah, he's happy.
He's happy.
Yeah.
He wasn't criticized. He hadn't been criticized this year like he has in the past.
Well, unfairly criticized,
Yeah,
I
true.
would say.
True.
I would say because he does, because some people would tell me, oh, well, Flo, he doesn't like Flo's tough coaching. I'm like, he played for Saban.
I mean, anybody, you can play for Saban, Nick, you can play for anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So what do you like about this new coaching staff compared to what you saw?
Well, they all seem to be on the same page for one thing.
Amen.
Like on defense, you were wondering because whatever it was that got out, who was the defensive coordinator? Who was calling the defensive signal? Was it Flores?
Right.
Or was it
Boyer?
Boyer. Now, that's one thing you don't see now like you saw last year. Offensively, McDaniel seems like he's on top of everything that's going on offense. Although the offensive coordinator is there right there with him, either in the press box. I don't know if he's on the field or in the press box. But he has great game plans. Great game plans.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I just think they need to get healthy, Larry.
Yeah, they do.
That's it. If they get healthy, see, they weren't a good team for a while now. Now you got a good team, but let's not get crazy and also expect depth now. That's probably going to take another year or two to build the depth. At least now you've got competent starters on both sides of the ball to be very competitive every week.
And with an offensive line, too, they have continuity.
Yes.
Because I hate to go back to this, but during my days, we believed in each other up front. And we knew if we communicated. I don't know how good their communication is on the line either. But like I see teams running games on them, and we communicated with that. And I mean, guys running free when they run an in-tackle game or tackle game, they're running free because they're not communicating.
Yeah. Eichenberg misses several of those all the time. All right, so tell us, I know I'll be there for Larry Little's NFL Hall of Famers night. I'm there every year to put that out there on YouTube. We get to put that on video now.
Yeah, Frank was telling me.
Yeah. Last year we did it, and this year we're going to add a little more cameras to make it, a better event and live and all that. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun. So tell us a little bit about what you got planned next month.
Well,
or in a month and a half.
It's basically the same thing we've had in the past. Same entertainment because those guys are so great. The night before, I'm inviting some new guys this year that will be coming in. We are not flying in guys anymore because that's taken away from what we want to give away. If we can get a sponsor, and we had to get it. Now we're established. Now we are flying in a lot of Hall of Famers from all over the country, and it was cutting back on the money we were able to give to the kids.
Right.
Last year, we gave away $42,000, $1,000 to 42 different kids, $42,000. Plus, I sent $20,000 to my alma mater for scholarships, Bethune-Cookman University. Now it was college when I was in school. And we help other little people to a little league football team. People come to us for help. We just enjoy helping kids. That's our main goal, helping kids. And I told my committee at our meeting not long ago that my goal, we gave away 42,000 here last year. My goal this year is to give away 50,000.
Okay.
And $1,000 scholarships. And of course, one school get a little bit more than the other, and that school is Booker T. Washington, my alma mater.
Of course.
So, yeah, I have to look out for Overtown,
Yeah, no, definitely.
And but that's where we are. We have 30 guys playing this year, 30 teams. That means we will have 30 celebrities playing with these guys. not only football players, we have a basketball player like Reggie Theus last year, Charles Johnson in baseball, Lenny Harris in baseball, and we just try to have it so people can have a good time and want to come back and enjoy what we are doing.
My wife taught 1 year at Booker T.
Did she?
It was her first year.
Wow.
She was a Miami High grad. So when she graduated from FIU, her first year was at Booker T. And then her second year, she went to Miami High, and she was there for like 13 years or something. And then now we moved out to West Kendall. So she's at Felix Varela now.
Oh, okay.
So she started that was her first year at Booker T.
Oh, so we're neighbors. I'm in West Kendall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm west of the zoo.
Well, I'm not
You're
as south
west.
as you.
Oh, okay.
I'm more west. I'm off of Kendall Drive,
Right.
and about 152nd.
Okay.
So yeah, we do. And by the way, we're doing we do our pre and post for the Canes over at Walk-Ons on Kendall. I don't know if you've been to that Walk-Ons.
No, I've never been.
Yeah,
there,
they got that's Drew Brees' restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got all that Louisiana type food and all that. It's actually really
Cajun,
a little Cajun stuff. It's actually really, really good. All right, so I'm looking forward to it. December 2nd, we're going to carry it and everything. So Larry, folks can actually be a part of this event, right?
Yes. If I'll give you a phone number to call if they want to play in the golf tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The reception is invitation only, but you call 954-867.
867?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
6511.
Okay, and that's to be a part of the golf tournament.
That's the lady that runs everything for me.
Okay, all right. There you go. So if you guys want to be a part of the Larry Little Hall of Famers night, 954-867-6511. Larry, as always, man, I appreciate you big time. Look forward to talking to you again on December.
I appreciate it, too, for having me.
Thank you, Larry.
All right.
Appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
There you go. The great Larry Little, baby.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.